Okay, so now let's talk about image optimization. Now, the key to creating good alt tags consists of 3 points. First, the image needs to have a proper description, and you don't want to be keyword stuffing this description. Second, it should be keyword rich. And third, it needs to be short and to the point. Now, you want to have all your images under 1 megabyte. You don't want them to be 1.4, 1.5 megabyte. That's just going to slow down the website in general. You want to get the smallest file size as possible when you're dealing with images. Now, the key to images is renaming the photo before you upload it to a keyword phrase that you want. So, for example, let's say that you're going after a Los Angeles plumber. Before you upload it to the site, change the name of the image to losangelesplumber.jpg. You want to use the Google Plus categories when you're naming the images on the specific pages. So I want you to imagine when a spider from Google crawls your site that they're blind. And when they can't see any of the images, the only way they're going to know what the image is about is by reading the alt text. So if you label the alt text correctly, they're going to know what the image is about, and therefore that's going to help with your SEO rankings. So how do you implement the alt text? Well, let's say, for example, you're a business in Los Angeles. The alt tag could simply be Los Angeles Plumbing Service. Don't overcomplicate this. So let me show you an example of how to implement the alt tag. Okay, so I'm in the WordPress backend, and I'm going to show you how to upload an image and add the alt tag to it. Okay, so let's say this page is about plumbing. What you want to do is, if once you add some content and you want to add an image, you just go to add image. Let's upload an image from our computer. And you'll see these spots right here is where you want to do all the editing. So the title, let's call it Plumber Los Angeles. And the alt text, let's call it Los Angeles Plumber. And this is a picture of what a Los Angeles plumber looks like. Perfect. That's it. You've edited the title, you've edited the alt text, and you've edited the description. So simply just click enter, and bam, your image is uploaded correctly with the alt text in place. So now let's go ahead and edit the image metadata. Now I use Adobe Bridge, but you can use a lot of other programs out there and they all do the same thing. So let's switch over to Adobe Bridge and let me show you. Okay, so what you want to do is have your image selected, and you'll see here, this is where the metadata is edited. So I'm going to pause the video, input some data here, and show you how to continue. Okay, so I simply inputted some information like the address and some keywords and a description. And you see it all right here. So just keep it basic, don't go too overboard with this. And when you're done, just click out of it, and do you want to apply these metadata changes to this image? Yes. And so there you go. Just close out the application and you're all good to go. Now when you're browsing the internet looking for some images to use for your website, there's some stock image sites that I use and I want to share with you. The first one is sxc.hu. It's free and it has a lot of great images. The next two are paid, but you're not going to pay that much money for these images. And remember, you want a strong brand presence when someone clicks to your website. So by having a strong image on the slider, it's going to make them perceive you as more of an authoritative website. Okay, so let's talk about video for your on-page optimization. Now, what you can do is, if you don't have a video, you can go to YouTube in their search function, search for your keyword, and grab one of the top videos that comes up there. These have already proven to YouTube that they're highly authoritative and of great value. So if this video is on your webpage, it's just going to bring that value to your on-page SEO. So if I don't have a self-made video, I'll just grab that from YouTube. Or when you watch the off-page chapter, you can find out ways to create your own videos really quickly. And what I do is just pump these videos out for all the keywords and put them on each page. Now, some video creation tools I use, I'll go over really quickly in this chapter, but they're all going to be explained in the off-page chapter. Easy VCL, Animoto, Sparkle, and hiring someone from Fiverr to do a testimonial. So I want to keep this section short just because all you need to do is place a YouTube video somewhere on the page and you'll be fine. So let's move on to the next section. Okay, so now for the maps. You're going to want to have a Google Maps embed on every page that you're optimizing for. Now this just adds trust with Google, and it also shows the viewer the exact address that the business is located at, so that builds more trust with them as well. Now let me show a demo on how to install a Maps embed on your web page. Okay, so let's find a business where I can grab a map from that we can embed on the web page. So let's type in Newport Beach plumber, and let's just grab this first one. So let's go to the map for this business. Click A, and what you're going to see here on the bottom is this little wheel. Click that, click share or embed map, click on embed map, select the size you want, and copy this code right here and paste that wherever you want the map to be on your page. So what it's going to do is going to link out to this map on Google from your web page. Okay, so now let's talk about schema for local business. There are two ways you can use schema here. Now the first way is just simply install Schema Creator by Raven and just go through the steps, grab the shortcode, and put it on the page you want. Now the second way is actually going and entering the schema manually. And I use this website listed below to enter the information I need, grab the HTML code, and paste it in the footer. Always remember, you want the schema to be in the footer of the content. Now for the sitemap, this is going to be really important because this is where the spiders go to first when they view your website. And it lays out your website in categories and sections, and it really helps Google figure out what your site is about. So I'm going to show you how to install your sitemap on your WordPress website and also how to submit the sitemap to Google correctly. So let's start with installing the plugin. Okay, so I'm in the WordPress backend, and what I want to do is show you how to install a sitemap on your website using a plugin called Google XML Sitemaps. That's with an S. So what you're going to do is go over to plugins, go to add new, and under search, let's just type in Google. There we go, Sitemaps with an S. Let's click install. Now make sure you have the correct plugin here because there is one that's called Sitemap and they're two different plugins. Okay, let's activate the plugin. Now let's go to settings and just click XML Sitemap. And it's right here. Check this out. Google was successfully notified about the changes to your site. Bing was successfully notified too. So as soon as we activated this plugin, it sent a ping to Google notifying Google that we have new content or fresh content on our website and we want the spiders to come and crawl it. And that's how you install a sitemap on your WordPress website using the plugin Google XML Sitemaps. Okay, so we're in the Google Webmaster Tools backend. And now I just want to show you how to install your sitemap onto the Webmaster Tools and how to submit it to Google so they can crawl it. What you want to do is simply scroll down to the section labeled Sitemaps. And then you're going to see here a button that says add or test a sitemap. And simply just find the URL where the sitemap is located on your domain and just enter it here and click submit. Go ahead and refresh the page, and then you'll scroll down here and it's going to say sitemap is pending. So give it a day and come back here and it should say confirmed. So now you have submitted your sitemap to Google and they're going to start crawling and indexing your site more often. Okay, for the last section in the local on-page optimization, we're going to talk briefly about outbound links. Now each page should have an outbound link linking off the website to an authoritative page. You could link out to a wiki page about plumbers. You could link out to a local guide about plumbers, or you also could link out to the local city website.
Now, when you do this, it just shows Google that you're providing more value to the reader on the page, and it's a good ranking factor with on page. So that's it for the on page optimization. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, let's jump into the next chapter, off page optimization. Thanks a lot.